Can you see me? Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Just a bit of a sore throat. Sorry about that.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. It's the weather here in Greece. It's crazy. It's been snowing and now it's like 20 degrees Celsius, which is fairly spring to summer. So
Oh, wow.
it's crazy.
Yeah,
The difference.
the other girl, I'm trying to get her on, but she's in Canada and she's been going through a lot of snow too.
Wow.
There we go.
Hi.
Goes, hi.
Hi, guys.
Was anybody else coming on with you or is it just you?
It's just me today. Yeah.
Okay,
Perfect.
awesome.
I feel about the snow too. We're getting a lot of snow here as well.
It's snowing there, right? You're in Canada.
I am.
Well, everybody's saying you have a really nice voice,
Oh,
whether it's sore or not.
hi. This is Cleo actually. She's a young lady who's very much into alternative music and the scene. She's amazing.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Awesome.
And Stace, hi Stace. Hello everybody.
Hello, thanks for joining. If anybody has any questions, just put them in the chat and we will do our best to answer them for you. So how did you get started with music?
Well, music has been one of my very, very early influences because my mom and my dad were very, very musical. So it was only natural for me to start listening to very nice music, very cool music, and then starting at the age of 4, I think I started playing instruments. So it's really been with me since an early age. I started with keyboards, like with piano keyboards, and then I was singing, and then I jumped from the one instrument to the next. So yeah.
I love that. How did Absinthe Green get started?
So basically, Absinthe Green started as my artist name. Um, it started with an RPG game, this real role-playing games. It's like Dungeons and Dragons and all that. And this was like the vampire game. So I had to make up a character. And at that time, I was like 18 years old or so. And I started being fascinated and discovering different brands of absinthe. So I just made it my name, Absinthe Green. And then I joined a band that had different characters. The one was a monk, the other one was like a dark poet, the other one was kind of almost a werewolf. And I just made up this character called Absinthe Green. And since then, it's been me, actually. Yeah, it turned into who I am.
That's very,
Yeah.
That's
very cool.
amazing.
So
Yeah.
the name of the band, actually, because this is a band now, yeah? I had to give it my personal artist name because it's all me. Like I did all the compositions, all the work for everything. So I really got it ready. And then the other guys joined and they put their own mark, but it's essentially me. It's been like a work in progress that's also like a personal work in progress, like
Mhm.
Mhm.
music and life
Yeah.
hand in hand, intertwined. Oh, Stace, yeah. Stace is being, yeah, she's like our number one fan. She's so crazy. She has an absent green tattoo, actually.
That's
And
That's
awesome.
amazing.
yeah, so that's her lifetime all access pass to all our shows. And she's been supporting us since day one. Yeah.
Very, very
How long
cool.
have you been together?
With
How long have
with
you been in the
with a
band?
band. So this started as a personal project that I put more in my mind to make it like to a solid project. I started this in 2016. I was in Germany then. I was working full time there
Mhm.
um, as a musician in Germany, and then I came back to Greece at around 2019, and this is where I just started gathering the members and making it to a solid, full act.
Yeah. Cool.
Love it. Well, I love your sound. I love the Absinthe Green music. I was listening yesterday while I was
Thank you
working,
so
and it's
much.
Very unique. I love your voice too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are there some artists that have inspired you and your sound?
It's a very, very difficult to pinpoint. Of course, I mean, who can say they haven't been inspired? But it's very difficult for me to pinpoint um, the sound. I mean, many people have tried to put us in a specific genre or a box, and they can't. I would actually want to ask you the same question. Where do you put us music-wise? But personally, I have so many different influences from many different genres of music. I love classical music. I love jazz. I love blues. I love more heavy sound and more poppy sound. Like you could say, some songs are an amalgam of more poppy rock music like Placebo or even Melissa Aftermauer. Um, I don't know, Hole, the Smashing Pumpkins, and then we have some other more black metal, let's say, marks in there. Even like gothic metal, gothic rock. I can't really pinpoint it.
Yeah. I feel like genres really, like so many bands are mixing genres nowadays, which is definitely awesome. And so like I see where you're coming from, where you can't pinpoint what you are, but I think that's what makes you guys unique is you have all these influences coming in, and that definitely makes the sound really cool.
Thank you. I
This is
think so too.
recorded and it will
Yes,
be
this
uploaded.
is recorded, and we will it'll be posted to Instagram right after this, and then we will post it to YouTube as well.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, you're totally right about this. I think we have a very special sound. I might be biased. Many times as a producer, I'm trying to just get out of my body and just see it from the other side. It's very difficult to do with my own songs and my own music, but I really cannot really pinpoint the genre or the direction because sometimes I like this, sometimes I like that. And I worked with Hilli Lesma. He's an amazing producer from Finland, and he's produced many of the bands that I love, like I don't know if you know Sentenced or him, Ville Valle's band.
I love
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, I love him, and I love Healy's work there. And that was the first thing I told him. I'm like, because I showed him many of my songs, and I'm like, can we like produce all of them under the umbrella of one album, one band? And he's like, yes, because in the end, maybe you have many different influences, but the glue, what ties everything together is you and your unique take on the things. So when he said this to me, I was really, I don't know, maybe relieved to see that he's also having this perspective, and this is how we create something new that's uniquely us, rather than taking influences from this and that. Production-wise, of course, I have very specific aesthetic in the way I want things to sound. So maybe that really can be pinpointed. But in terms of music, it's us. It's Absinthe Green.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Stace would like to know, what artist would you choose that has influenced you the most?
Mm, that's also a very, very difficult question because the artist and let's say role model for me, because I don't believe in icons and role models and all that, but the artist that has influenced me on a personal level and also music wise is Ludwig van Beethoven, because he taught me that no matter what, you keep trying, you keep struggling, and you keep trying to be your own more refined version of what you were today and yesterday. You just strive for something better tomorrow. He became deaf, and then he was just trying to he was just putting his ear to the ground to find the resonance to make, to just take the vibration of what he was playing and make it to a symphony. And this is beautiful to me. So it's like mostly the philosophy of music and of sound that I'm influenced by, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And the stance in life, no matter what struggle. I'm trying to say this to our followers, our fans: never give up. I've been a troubled teen. I've been a person who struggled with bullying, with depression, with self-harm, with all of this. And I'm trying to hug all these people that come to us and say to them, never give up. I'm here for you. I'm standing here with you, and I want to hug you, and I want you to feel better, and I want to let you know it's going to get better. So this is the whole philosophy in everything.
That's a really important statement, and I love your answer. Beethoven and everything. That was a really cool answer on that because we've never heard it before. Are there any artists that you would like to work with if you could?
To work with, yeah, of course. I have a lot of them, and I'm sure when I check back at this interview, will regret that I will have forgotten somebody. But for sure, I love Tom Waits. I love Nick Cave. If Mark Lanegan was still alive, I would love to work with Mark Lanegan. Ville Valo, of
Yeah.
course, and even Rob Halford and so many other artists. Ozzy. Ozzy has been my grandpa to say, like, I'm so glad that I got to know of Ozzy and Black Sabbath through my dad, because it was my early influence, and you know it goes hand in hand with the gothic aesthetic, all these crosses and the darkness, Prince of Darkness aesthetic. So for sure, I would love to pay an homage, and I would just pee my pants if I would make it to work with some huge artists like that.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
That's awesome. Yeah, my mom had Black Sabbath vinyls when I was little, so I grew up
Hell
with that
yeah.
too. Do you have one, Jojo?
What are some of the current challenges that you guys find with your band right now and the music industry today?
Oh, what is not a challenge in this day and age?
True.
It's very difficult for us to. We've put a lot of work, effort, time, and personal investment in this band, and of course, the music industry and scene is saturated with amazing bands.
Mhm.
It's very difficult to break through, especially in Greece, which doesn't have a culture in this kind of music. Like all my friends that are musicians, that are into rock and metal and to the alternative sound, they have to work in mainstream outlets to make ends meet. So this is very difficult for us in this small country to be able to um, live out of music. That's why we do many different things. And apart from that, it's a very, very difficult situation to be able to find a good deal and a good team to work with. I mean, I'm talking about bookings and management and record label, you know? It's
Mm-hmm.
been difficult to find a great fit for us to do to be able to materialize what Absinthe Green is about in full potential, because I'm crazy. I have many things in store. I wanna conquer the world, you know, I mean in an artistic creative kind of way. And I have many ideas and things that in order for them to be materialized, I need to have an amazing team that believes in us, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I definitely think you guys can get there.
Thank you.
You're awesome.
Crossing fingers.
Do
Crossing
you
fingers.
have any shows or music coming up?
We will have actually a new single release. I think this will happen in May. Before that, I think I want to do a couple covers. The one is an idea that I just came to me yesterday to have a cover of a Greek pop singer. That's actually the first time I'm announcing through here now. Hopefully, I'll be able to realize it in the next month. Um, then we have, yeah, in May we're gonna have a single from the forthcoming album. It's gonna happen in May. It's a crossover song because it's soft rock, I would say. So it's something that even mainstream audience would be able to listen to, love, and enjoy.
Mhm.
Then we will have some live shows in Greece, and we have a mini UK tour next year, but we hope for more tours in the coming time.
That's
That'd be
exciting.
fun.
Yeah, yeah. I can't wait for this to happen.
It will. Um,
You were played in the US quite a bit and have been on the Trending the Bay chart out of Tampa, Florida for close to 9 months straight. That's awesome.
I really can't uh, fathom how this happened. We have to thank Stace because she's really where she likes the station, she always like suggests this. But there are many people who voted for us, and I'm like, it's flabbergasting to me to see that people in Tampa, Florida, are demanding our songs, and hopefully one day we'll be there to play live. Also, like in the States in general, in Canada, I would really love to be there. We have a friend there in Canada. I don't know if you know Darrell Hurst from the Indie Week. He's
Yeah.
organizing these conferences,
Okay.
and we would love to be there. I love Canada so much. It would be a dream come true to go there and play for you guys.
That'll be fun. I
Yeah,
can't wait. I'll definitely be
me
there.
neither. Me neither.
Go to Canada, I will come visit JoJo and come see you guys.
But maybe we'll come
Absolutely.
visit you. Who
Yeah.
knows? We should come visit you also.
What is your favorite song to perform live?
That's also a tough question because we have different, I love different songs for different reasons. For example, our first single, Dead Before My Eyes,
Hmm.
is a song that the audience has learned and they're singing it back to us because in the chorus we have "You are nothing but a faded dream," and we make it like a football jingle almost, so the
Mhm.
audience can sing with us. So it's crazy to see people like going crazy with that and singing it along with us. There's also a couple unreleased songs where we have people like bonding over there and they have their flashlight on their phone just going around, and it's really mesmerizing to see. But really, like any song to get this kind of interaction with the crowd, I'm getting really emotional. Like once when we played that song, like Same Old Fire, which is not released yet, the audience was so much into it that I stopped and I started like sobbing, and I'm like, you guys are amazing.
Aw.
This is a feeling that is indescribable, and there's nothing like that.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, I'm so glad you got to experience that. That must be amazing. You are getting a lot of love in the chat.
Hi guys. Hi Katarina. Hi. This is, yeah, Stefan Westerlund from Sweden is also tuned in. Hi. This is W. Vason. Hi. Hello everyone. Thank you for tuning in.
What is the craziest thing that's ever happened at a show?
Craziest. We haven't played so much to say we had so many crazy reactions, but it's always the feeling of togetherness that comes with performing the songs. Once we had a guy like ripping off his clothes and just twirling his
Oh
shirt
my God.
around. So I guess we'll have to see in the next ones. Looking forward to see more crazy reactions in the
Yeah, keep
show.
us posted.
Of course,
Absolutely.
of course.
No, people can get crazy, so be careful out there,
Yeah,
but
of
have
course.
fun with it.
We we all need to take care of each other. I mean, we can go crazy, but we have to love and respect each other. And I think that this whole community I'm trying to create and the feeling that we all belong there is something that has to do a lot with empathy and with a raw feeling of mutual respect. Of course, there can always be a situation where you have someone who's getting crazy and it's not there for that, but we try to guard our audience and fans and friends that are there,
Mhm.
for sure.
I love that. Yeah, that's why we created this community is to help artists get promoted that they might not, you know, be as well known, or like you from Greece, where we can show more people in the US and Canada. So it definitely, I love this community. Everybody's been like so wonderful and welcoming, and it's just been an awesome experience.
And I would like to thank you guys, like you personally as Bangover Cult, and every, let's say, independent outlet, be it on Instagram or blogs or anything, because Of course, it's very nice to be covered in big magazines and all that, but you guys do the work of finding the independent artists, showcasing them to the world. I mean, I've been friends with many people from different stations and outlets that I met just like I met you guys through a common band that I like and follow. And you keep the indie scene alive, so we have to thank you for that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Grace did have another question. Will you be releasing a live concert video from your tour in 2025 in the UK?
I always strive to be able to have some live footage. We haven't arranged for any videographer, but of course we will try to make a to make a compilation of maybe our live concerts. And if it comes out, if we have enough footage for that, of course, if we would like that. And if there's any UK videographer watching this or want to collab with us, feel free to hit us up and we'll for sure try to make this happen.
I definitely.
Yeah, I hope
If
so.
you're not following her with anybody, follow her.
Yeah.
Sweden missing. Oh, thank you, Stefan. We'll try to visit as soon as possible there.
Do you have an album or an particular artist that you turn to when you're looking for inspiration?
I will have to say again Beethoven.
Yeah.
I will have to say Beethoven. When I want to get inspiration, I will go there because it's not genre specific. It's
Mm-hmm.
not something that is put in a box. So all the harmonies and melodies and the way he deals with music symphonically is something that I aspire to do, even if it's like a rock band with four instruments. But also many different artists in different genres are artists that I would look for in terms of form and inspiration. Like the Beatles are an example of their composition wise. They're amazing. ABBA also, even like different rock bands. I also love a lot the work of dissection of
Mm-hmm.
Jon Novid. Like he's passed, but I really loved the work that he did in Rain Chaos in terms of arrangements. I
Mm-hmm.
really love that as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. Is there anything you do for fun outside of music?
There's a lot of things that I love to do and a lot more that I would love to do and I don't have the time to. I love fashion a lot. In the past, I used to have a fashion blog. I used to do a lot of things that have to do with fashion, and I will be part of a fashion project very soon also. I'm also preparing for that. I'm always trying to put music together with fashion, intertwine the both of them because the music industry is very fashion based. So I really love creating new, fresh fashion images and put them together with music. I love photography. I love very much photographing um, nature, people, all of these things. I love traveling. Haven't been able to travel in a while, but I plan to. And I also love learning foreign languages, which I've also not been able to do this. But also like museums, reading all that, like all these things that are like keeping me alert in terms of giving me creative stimulation. These are all things that I love.
Yeah. Fashion and music definitely go hand in hand.
Definitely. There's a question in the chat. When will you be going back at your hometown?
Hi, George. Well, that's a good question. I really have no idea. I'm tied up right now in a project that takes some time, and I guess maybe in the end of May or something, maybe I'll be able to visit, but not yet for sure.
What is your creative process like when making new music?
Excuse me, didn't hear
What
that
is your
correctly.
creative process like when you're making new music?
It's not always the same. This changed in the last years because I've been teaching other people how to start making music as a composition teacher. So we have a lot of different tools and techniques to do. Like maybe sometimes people start with object writing, like writing the lyrics first.
Mhm.
For me, in the past, it's been a process where I start with melody, like the lyric melody comes to me first, or some lyrics, because I write a lot of poetry. I'm a poet uh, first and foremost. I'm a poet, so I start with that. But sometimes I started with harmonies, or with, for example, Dead Before My Eyes. The main riff started with me fooling around on my bass, so it was actually a bass line. So I cannot always know when it hits me and where it comes from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense. Stace put a comment, when people watch each video and see each photo of you and the band, your fashion style shows through.
Oh, thank you so much. This is what I'm trying to do, like, not trying to force it, of course, but I'm trying to give new images to the people and to do things that represent me and I feel comfortable with, and always try to have a sense of style and be edgy in an effortless way, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you play bass. Do you play any other instruments as well?
I play guitar, I play some keyboards. I'm always trying to fiddle with different things. I have theremin that I would love to include in my next music. I also have a saw, actually. Do you know the Tiger Lilies,
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah.
band?
Mhm.
Okay, so Adrian Stout is a person that I really like, and we've been talking about it in the last years. And he really told me, because he gave me direction about what kind of saw to buy and all that.
Mhm.
And I got a saw, and one day I would really love to play it on stage. Yeah,
That's
I'd
awesome.
love to
Very,
include theremin and saw
yeah.
one day in any piece that I will find like suitable, you know?
No, it
Mm-hmm.
sounds very pretty. Like I've watched videos of people playing it. I absolutely love them. So
Yeah,
that'll be really cool to see.
it's amazing, and you really have. It's difficult because you really have to pinpoint the note. You have to train your
Hmm.
ear really well to play the specific tone that you need to, you know?
Hmm.
What's the best advice you've ever been given?
We circle back to Beethoven. We have a
It's
theme
okay.
here, you know?
Just say
Yeah,
Beethoven. Oh man.
it's the Beethoven interview. It's never give up, always strive for the best. There will it will be better, and always try to be better than yourself. You are your own competition. Never look at the others. You are unique. You are you. No one can take this away from you. So strive to be a better you in the next day.
Yeah, it's great advice.
It
It
applies
is.
to everyone and anyone in any kind of situation in life, I believe. And this is our power. You are you, and I am myself. And that's unique. No one can take this away from us.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Do you have any of your songs that resonate with you the most personally, and why?
I have a song that's very personal to me. It's called June 27. It was the
Love
most
that one.
difficult to, yeah, thanks.
I know
It was the most,
that earlier.
it actually was the most difficult to think of a music video idea for, because all the other ones that you've seen, I had the idea right away,
Mhm.
because it comes visually to me when I sing the song, and when I think about my lyrics, I have the idea ready. June 27 was the most difficult to put a story behind, because it's the most personal. I came at a time where I was struggling a lot, and you must have noticed that June 27 is not a very um, common or catchy name for a song. It's not like a song, a name that everybody will remember, but it had to be that date, because it was a date that I decided to keep on struggling and never give up. It had to be a landmark and it had to be at a tattoo, you know? So it was a day that I decided not to give up. And it's very personal to me because this is when I took the decision to move on with my life and make this a band, make this a project, and just deal with it, deal with my personal demons, and
Mhm.
just exercise them, you know? It's an exorcism, this song. It
Yeah,
really
that's amazing.
is.
Yeah, I love that. I love the story behind the song. Stace
Can I
also,
do,
you're welcome.
sorry?
Stace also said your beauty shows through with each thing you do, and
Oh,
27th is what is on the charts.
sorry, my cat is rubbing against the phone right now.
That's
Sorry,
okay.
I'm sorry, she's joining us. This is Zelda.
Oh,
Hi,
She's
Zelda.
my daughter. Yeah.
she's so cute.
Yeah, she doesn't have the attention for like 5 minutes, so she has to join.
Yes.
Now she's
That's what
leaving.
why I do these up here, because if I did it on the table, my cat would be right here.
Why not? I mean, we love that. We're a cat
Right?
lady too. I have a song actually that's not released. It's called Cat Song,
Mhm.
and it's a love song to my cats. It's the only
Oh,
real love song I wrote, and it's a love song to my cats. Yeah,
that's so
I did
cute.
that.
I love that.
Yeah, I did that.
Is there a time when a fan's reaction to your music deeply affected you?
Yeah, I had people messaging me telling me that it's about the specific song again, June 27, because it's the
Mhm.
most personal that's been released so far. So when I have people listening to the song and tell me that it resonates with them and it gives them like hope and the feeling that they're not alone, this is the best for me. This is why I do it. I do this. This is why I'm doing music, and this is why it's a one-way street for me. I'm doing it because I want to touch people. I want to have people understand they're not alone. I'm there with them. And the way I've felt with different artists when I was watching them performing live or listening to their songs, I was like a little teenager in a small town who was alone and feeling lonely. And then I would listen to the music and I would think, I'm not alone. So when I have people saying this back to me, I feel so much satisfaction. Um, F the plays and the fame and the numbers and the views. If I can touch one of them and they tell me they feel a bit less lonely, I've done my job and I'm there, you know?
Mhm.
I love this so much. This is the biggest compliment, the biggest uh, payback, you know? Like the reason I
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. And you're in it for the right reasons,
Yeah,
definitely.
I have to agree with that.
Yeah, I'm not there for
Yeah.
the girls and the groupies, though.
I love that though, because I'm sure for you as an artist, it was like a great way to get those emotions out. And then for people listening that can relate to that, that's super therapeutic as well.
Yeah, I mean, I write music to exercise my demons. It's my psychotherapy. And with this project, I said, I'm going to do this to one extent, of course. I can't not do it. It has my name, you know, or else it would be a band name. It is personal. It is me. It's Absinthe Green. And then I have other songs like Give the Devil His Due, which is like a, do you know this She Santies that the pirates were singing?
Mm-hmm.
It came to me one night. I was like, na 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 na, and I was like, okay, let's make it a song. And it's actually about a guy who was flirting nonstop with me, even though he knew I was taken.
Mm-hmm.
I had a yeah, I I had a partner in my life. So I'm like, let's, this is so stupid and silly, and let's make it to a song. So it's like the devil is knocking on my door, and let's see. So I wrote it in like 10 minutes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It was like a funny song because people think I'm like that kind of, I don't know, like rock, very dynamic person, but
Right.
I'm also a clown with my friend, and I'm very goofy. And when people get to know me, they see that aspect of me and like, oh, I didn't know you were so chill or so fun. So, you know, it's that side of me also
Yeah,
in the song.
absolutely.
Do you have any pre-show rituals?
I always try to gather my thoughts and be able to take a moment for me before
Mhm.
the shows. And in the last times, I've actually, as I've been backstage in the past and I've seen Slipknot doing this like many years ago, like 10 or 15 years ago. They were playing here at the show at
Mhm.
the biggest festival, at the biggest metal rock festival in Greece. And they were like all hugging each other. And I thought it was interesting. And then I realized it's important to do this with my friends, with my chosen family, my musicians, because it's a moment where we just gather our thoughts and we say we're here with each other. This is what we're here for, and we are respecting each other, and we're gonna give the best show ever because this is what we strive for. So yeah. Other than that, of course, sometimes I try to drink some tea and to drink something to calm my voice and to go on stage and slay. Yeah.
Exactly. Is there anything you do after the show to come down off the adrenaline rush?
And most of the times we just have to do things quickly, load and load, and then I have to go always try to make some time to talk with the fans. I want to be there, to hug everyone. Many times it's exhausting, but I have to do this
Hmm.
because they came there to see me and they want to see me and I want to see them. So I
Right.
always try to make time for that. And I'm calming down with them, Even if I'm like totally pacey and sweaty, I'm taking photos with them. I'm talking with them. I'm hugging them, and I love that. I think this is the best way to calm down of the rush of the performance.
Very cool.
Yep.
Do you have any other questions, Trisha?
No, we've been covering them, so I'm just kind of like going through.
What was the first concert you ever saw?
It's very difficult to remember. Uh, wow, it's been so long. For sure, one of the best concerts that I remember that left a mark on me was when Nevermore played, and I
Nevermore's
really, really,
good.
this really marked me. And then I
Hmm.
got to meet Warrell, and kind of he became kind of my teacher and muse singing wise, and we
Hmm.
we grew to become friends. And then he would come to Germany, and I would cook for him, and this was amazing because I've seen this show with this guy that I loved and admired and respected so much, and then we became friends, and it was amazing, because his performance and his tone of voice and his range is
Hmm.
something that I really, really tried to, um, let's say, discover and experience and work with as a singer. He was a great school for me.
Stace asked, "What would three other ideal bands would you like to tour with?"
Yeah. Ideal bands, personally, like in terms of who I love as a band, would be
Hmm.
from different genres. Ideally, as a great pack to be able to promote our music would be bands like Evanescence, Hailstorm, Pretty Reckless, all these bands with female vocals and this kind of like more dirty rock feel,
Yeah.
you know,
Hmm.
so that I believe that the audience that they have would resonate with us.
Hmm.
Other than that, I'd love to be able to tour with Black Sabbath, with him if they were still a thing, or with Ville Vallo. Ville, if you listen to this, please consider us for your next tour. Yeah, but yeah, for sure, I will revisit this and I will say, oh, I forgot about this and that, but that's life.
We'll
Yeah,
be
How it
looking for that
happens.
message or that comment.
please, guys, give the message to Ville. Let him
Absolutely.
know.
Tag him in the comments when we post
Yeah,
this. Get them
Yes,
on tour with
everybody
them.
tag him in the comments.
of course.
Now,
Great
what's
question, though.
your favorite song by him?
Buried Alive by Love.
Yeah.
No. Sorry. No. It's not that. No, I
That's a
love
good one,
that.
though.
I love that actually because they introduced double bass
Mhm.
drums for kind of the first time. I love this, but no, it's Bury Me Deep Inside Your Heart
Come.
Oh, okay.
because it's a love song. It's like one of the, for me, it's one of the world's best love
Yeah.
songs. It's what I would love my my partner to make to create for me, to sing for me,
Mhm.
and to mean. If you mean every word of the song, then this is the one. You know,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
someone tells you the words of the song, then you know that this is the one for
Mhm.
sure. You have to you have to be eternally together with this guy, like Dracula and Mina.
Yep.
It's this vibe. It's this vibe. Exactly this vibe.
Yeah, Jojo, listen to that advice.
Yeah. You have to do the test.
I do like that song, though. I have to agree. That song is
On the
awesome.
other hand, don't believe poets and singers.
True.
You
Very
can
true.
believe me because I'm true and honest, but not all of them are.
Oh,
But
we know. We know.
definitely,
You
we know.
know, I get it, girls. I really love that you guys are both women. I'm missing this kind of feminine energy because I'm working mostly with men, especially also in my band and in the industry in which I'm involved. So I really, really love um being here with you guys and having this beautiful feminine energy.
Oh,
Like, we
it's great.
love having
Trust us.
females on. Yeah, we had so many guys, and I mean, I love everyone we've talked to, but I was like, we need some females on here. And then
Yes.
Yeah.
when Lilith Rising decided to come on, I was like, yes, a girl.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's amazing. I really like her, and I found out about her through a radio station which was interviewing us,
Hmm.
and we exchanged contacts, and maybe one day it could be possible that we do something together. She's very far away,
Mhm.
but that would be amazing if we'd be able to play together live with Lilith Rising. Would be great.
That would be very
I
cool.
would definitely, yeah, I would pay to see that one. That would be really cool.
Yeah. What is your favorite restaurant when you're touring?
My favorite restaurant,
Mhm.
it's very difficult because I'm vegan. And
Okay.
that being said, I spent a lot of times on tour, not with Absinthe Green, because we haven't done a big tour, but with my previous band, when I was touring, I
Hmm.
had to resort to McDonald's French fries, which is bad. And sometimes in our hospitality rider, we have, you know, we have the meals, and we say that we have to have some vegan meals, and sometimes I had to survive only with pasta napolitan, the red sauce, or with the salads, which is not very great. I mean, you don't get all the things you
Hmm.
need. So
Hmm.
most of the times I would have my vegan protein powder, all these kind of meals, like this kind of stir meals. There's an amazing company actually which has this boiled water meals, which is like a cup of noodle,
Hmm.
but it has all the amazing vitamins and ingredients. I'm not sponsored, I'm just saying. If you're vegan and you are neat and you don't want to die of lack of vitamins and all that, then you can get one of these kind of meals. And then I have to always have like my nuts and
Hmm.
my fruits because if I don't have those, I will eat crap or I will just starve, you know?
Yeah.
So
Don't want
We don't want you
that.
to starve.
being yeah, yeah, I'm getting very grumpy, so maybe that's good for my performance because I get pissed. Other than that, no, it's not so nice to starve. Yeah.
What is the best way that anyone watching or your fans all over the world can support you?
We have merch on our website, we have
Mhm.
merch on our Bandcamp, but even if you can't spend the money for this, every stream counts, every view, every comment, and knowing that we have your support is everything. Just listen to our music. That's amazing, you know? That's
Yeah.
the best you can do. If you can't afford to support us through merch, you can always stream our music, and that means a lot because I put a lot of love to my music. Who hasn't? Who hasn't? But yeah.
I do
Awesome.
find that you can tell the difference between artists that are in it to actually be in it, and then you have other ones that are just doing it just because they can. We've had one person that they're doing it just because they can, and it's like, doesn't mean you should. So we
Exactly,
can
but
definitely tell the difference.
let's say this person that you said that they're doing it because they can. Do they find people who resonate with this? Or are they like, for example, we had all this emergence of boy bands in the in the late in the late 90s and the start of the 2000s,
Mhm.
which were like following a pattern. They were a product. And of course they would do what the company would tell them and they would be sold as a product. But those people didn't, the ones who wanted to do it and loved music, they continued and they're here until today. The other ones, where are they? You know? I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah.
you can only use a product for such an amount of time, like for
That's
that long. The other ones,
yeah,
I mean, if you can do it because you can and people resonate with you, hats off to you. I mean, and if it's effortless, it's nice. But to be honest, personally, my preference is always for artists and people who have struggled and people who have something deeper to say. Doesn't always need to be like that, but it's been the case for me, you know, as a fan, as a music fan and lover, you know.
no, for sure.
Yep. All right. I guess nobody else has any questions. Did you have anything else, Jojo?
No, we covered everything. And just basically anybody that's still here that hasn't listened to these guys yet,
Oh, we
definitely
have a
give them a listen.
There it is.
Hey, there you go.
How many albums do you have songs written for currently?
I want to be specific for Absinthe Green because in general I'm doing different projects and I've written a lot of songs. For Absinthe Green, I think I have songs for at least two more albums.
That's awesome.
So,
That's exciting.
and the first one isn't out yet because we're trying to just create a buzz, just releasing single by single, and then
Mhm.
we'll lead to the album. But yeah, don't worry, Absinthe Green has a lot of material that isn't out yet, and hopefully we'll get to that.
Very
If there's
exciting.
anything that you want to promote it or anything like that too, like when you do release it, make sure you do send it to us and then we'll put it in our stories and we'll get it out
Of
there too.
course, of course, of
Mhm.
course. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
No
of course.
problem.
Well, we're coming up on the end of our almost an hour, and I think we've covered everything. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, just it's us, Absinthe Green. You can find us at absinthegreen.com. Stream our music, watch our videos because we put a lot of work to that. I've done all the costumes myself. Everything that everybody's wearing
Oh
is
wow.
my work. I didn't sleep for like a good half a month,
Mhm.
but I pulled it through, and it happened. Yeah, and we're here. Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
all this, and we'll see you again soon.
I
Thank you
hope
so
so.
much.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to come back on here with you.
I can't wait to visit you guys.
Yeah, this was really
Absolutely.
fun. Thank you for giving us your time as well. I know you're a busy woman, and we can't wait for the new music.
Thank you so much.
Everybody that's watching, go follow Absinthe Green, and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you so much, guys, and yeah, we'll keep in contact.
All right,
Absolutely.
thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.